We're going to kick off today's eve of match briefing with the England team ahead of tomorrow's semi-final against New Zealand with Neil Hatley, the assistant coach, and Courtney Lawes and Eliot Daly will be joining shortly at the top table. So if we could have a raised hand for the first question for the microphone here in the front row. Thank you.
Neil, can you just talk a bit about how good the New Zealand tight five are and what a big test it's going to be?
Yeah, look, they're a very good unit. You know, that the last 2 or 3 years is evidence of that. I think they've got good familiarity. They all, you know, a lot of them play for the Crusaders. So yeah, it's a good pack. Lots of experience in there. So yeah, you know, we're really looking forward to the challenge.
Thank you. Next question. Yep, just behind you.
Have you come through that little session in the rain with everyone still fit and the same 23 set to go tomorrow?
Yep, same 23. Everybody's trained, everyone's warmed up, trained well, and 23 as announced. Yep.
At the back in the middle, thank you.
Morning, Neil. Were you late today? And if you were, are you going to have to look at the leaving time tomorrow?
Hi, Nick. How are you? You well?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Good. No, a little bit. I think the rain probably played a little bit of a factor. So 10 minutes longer than what we expected. But yeah, we'll have a look at that. You know, the logistics have been brilliant the whole tournament. So I think like they're not due to rain tomorrow. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we get that 10 minutes back.
Can I just ask you as well, talked a lot about the line-out over the last couple of days. In terms of the scrum, what Courtney Lawes ahead of George Cruz in the second row does to that in terms of the balance of the scrum from your point of view?
Oh, look, I think there's more to it than just the scrum. You know, we're in the enviable position that we've got 4 world-class second rows, and it's just to get the best minutes from that position. So, you know, they're different attributes, both of them. We feel that this is the way to go to make sure we get the best 80 minutes from that position.
Neil, was there anything you weren't able to achieve in that session because of the conditions?
Just stay dry. Yeah, that was about it. No, we did everything. Line out, restart, set piece. We've got everything done. You know, a lot of us are used to playing in those conditions where we come from. So, no, everything done.
Yeah, just here in front. Thanks.
Just staying on those conditions, you said you're very familiar with them. Is that something you're actually looking forward to, hoping that it does stay a bit greasy, a bit wet underfoot in 24 hours' time?
No, I think that we've prepared to play in both. You know, that's what we've done. Even when we're warm weather training out in Treviso and Miyazaki, we've used wet balls to make sure that if it is, you know, those conditions happen, then we're prepared. So no, I don't think the conditions either way, you know, are going to be an issue.
We'll just pause there to bring the players in who have just arrived. Hi. Just take a seat here, mate.
Okay.
Would you like some water?
No, good, thanks.
Okay, so Eliot Daly has joined us, and Courtney Lawes will be here shortly. So any questions for either of the top table participants? Here on the right. Thanks.
Eliot, how tricky were those conditions you just trained in?
Yeah, pretty wet. Not windy though, so not too bad. Probably haven't trained in that kind of rain for a while, but yeah, it was quite fun to be fair. But I think the weather's meant to be okay for tomorrow, so yeah, it was tricky, but yeah, it was good.
Hello, Eliot. How do you assess the challenge of the New Zealand back three you'll be facing on tomorrow?
I think you look around the world at the moment. Some of the best teams in the world have got very exciting back three. So obviously they've got obviously Bowden at the back's pretty experienced. George Bridges obviously come in and done really well for them, and Severis as well. So yeah, looking forward to the challenge. Obviously haven't played against 2 of them before, so it'll be interesting.
Just front row here. Just keep your hand up. Yeah, thanks. There we go.
Gents, you can't change the weather, you can't do anything about that, but it is your moment to change history. What are your thoughts on that? We're excited, excited for the challenge. None of us have played in a World Cup semi-final before, so you know it's going to be a great game. I think we're just very, very excited to get out there.
And Eliot, give us a sense of what the players are sort of thinking, feeling now, and the coach getting into the stadium today.
Yeah, just excited. Obviously, we haven't played here before, so it was key for us to come here today just to see what it was like. Yeah, it's exciting around camp, but it will probably build into the game tomorrow from now, really.
Just one row further back.
ローズ選手に伺いたいんですけども、オールブラックス6番にスコット・バレット選手入れてきていて、それについてどう思うかと、それに相手の意図どういうところを感じているか、どんな影響があるか教えてください。
Did you hear anything? Yeah. I didn't get that. What is it?
The selection of Scott Barrett, what does that mean for their lineup and for us?
All right. Yeah, they've gone with a pretty big pack, which is, you know, fine with us. We're used to that. And in terms of line out, obviously he's a good jumper. He's normally a second row forward, but I think we adjust. And we've got the callers, we've got the jumpers to deal with that.
Thank you. Here at the front row.
Courtney, do you take it as a compliment that they sort of line up 4 jumpers against you and Maro, and obviously Tom's going to have his part to play as well?
It's a strategy, you know. It's their tactics, and that you could take it that way. Obviously, we're just concentrating on what we need to do to win the ball, and obviously to put enough pressure on them. Yeah.
Courtney, what was your main memory at the end of that game at Twickenham last November when you were narrowly denied? Especially that sort of episode with the Sam Underhill try and how it was sort of ruled out.
Yeah, it was a tough test again. Obviously a close one, but I think we took great confidence from it. Confidence that we're certainly going to take into the game tomorrow.
Neil, can I just ask, obviously Eddie Jones has been at this stage before. In weeks like the semi-final weeks, as a coaching staff, do you take more of a lead than usual about building up to a game like this?
I think, you know, Mitch has got experience of it. Scott Wisemantle's got experience of it as well. So we're pretty well surrounded with the coaches and the experience that we've got in there. We think it's a good balance. So, yeah, you know, Eddie's, I wouldn't say he's taken more or less of a lead. He's been, like he has been for the last year and a half, he's been really consistent about how we approach weeks. I think that the size of the game shouldn't really dictate him taking more of a lead or less of a lead. He's done what he's done, as we have done as a group. So, yeah, we acknowledge it's a semi-final, but the process needs to remain constant.
On the right. Thanks.
Eliot, the way you've built up to this point through the whole summer and then the tournament, a 2-week break before Australia, and that great performance, is there just a sense that you're ready for anything the All Blacks can throw at you?
Yeah, I think so. I think the way we've been building over the last couple of weeks has been, well, through the whole tournament really, has been really good. I think the way we trained between test matches has been intense and good preparation for the test matches at the end of the week. And yeah, we're just all excited for what can come our way tomorrow.
Thank you. Just next, and then we'll come to you next, Chris.
Hi, Courtney. Brody Retallick a few years ago couldn't name an England player, called you Michael Lawes. Are you guys confident they know who you are now and as a team and know what you're all about?
You know, if they don't, they will tomorrow. So it's one of them things, mate. Just get on with it.
Eliot, Ben was talking in the week about a little bit soft on the outside. He felt against Australia, accepting that Corey Abetti's got amazing wheels. Do you feel that's an area you really have to sort of step up a bit more?
I think the speed of their breakdown last week caused a bit of problems, and then we got sort of on the edge. We're a little bit soft, as Ben said, but yeah, we've addressed that, and it all comes down to working as a group. So it's not just the outside backs; it's the inside backs as well, putting pressure on. So yeah, we worked hard on that this week. But yeah, I think the pace of the ball last week put us under pressure.
In the white top. Yep. Thanks.
Hi, Eliot. There's always a bit of talk about New Zealand and the All Blacks trying to be ahead of the curve and bringing new things to the game. Do you go into this kind of occasion expecting to see something new, or just honing of what you've seen them do over the last couple of months or years?
I think playing against the All Blacks before, I think you've just got to anticipate everything. They've obviously got some quality players who might think a little bit differently than other teams you played against. So just anticipating on the run and making sure you're always in the game.
Further questions? At the back row. Thanks. Yep.
Question for both Eliot and Courtney. Your favourite message from home? One that's caught your eye, maybe on text or email or whatever. Just the kind of feeling you're getting from back home at the moment.
I think we're getting so much support. It's amazing. I think it's not just for this game. I think throughout the last 4 years, however long we've had great support. We've got great fans, and the amount of people that's come out is testament to that. So it's encouraging. It's good.
Yeah, I think the amount of social media presence at the moment just for the team has been amazing, and you see how many people have travelled out here. I think that shows you how much they're behind us and gives us that next step to hopefully go to the next level.
Courtney, a lot is often written and said about the All Blacks and their outside backs and Bowden Barrett and the tries they score, but is their pack the kind of the gold standard for packs in international rugby as well? Are they the guys you kind of set yourselves against?
Yeah, they've got a great pack. I think that they've got a lot of great players across the board. So have we. So I think you got two of the best packs in the world going up against each other tomorrow, and it'll be a good contest.
Eliot, have you had a chance to practice any long-range kicks out there yet? And can you tell us a little about the extra time strategy for tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, I practice all the time. I haven't got one for a while. I haven't had the chance to get one, but yeah, I'm always willing to take one if Owen thinks it's right and right time in the game. But yeah, just what was the other question? Sorry. I mean, we haven't talked about that per se yet. We'll probably speak about it tonight, just to make sure all set for that. But we're focusing on the 80 minutes first.
Okay, front row.
Courtney and Eliot, you've been together now in camp for more than 100 or so days. Do you feel like you're a really tight-knit group? You are a band of brothers who do anything out there for each other?
Yeah, I think we talk about togetherness all the time, and I haven't felt this together as a team in any team I've played in. I think we've been together a while now, and we're just having fun on and off the pitch, and hopefully that shows when we play games. But yeah, it's definitely the most together we've been.
Yeah, I agree. I think the best thing about it is it's just natural. I think a team, you can't really predetermine how tight you're going to be, but I think we're lucky enough to have a group of great lads, and to get on very well together, and it's making it a lot easier to be away from home.
Eliot, Courtney, when I spoke to Manu earlier in the week, he said that he'd actually made himself step outside of the bubble of your squad just to make him realise the enormity a little bit of what's going on. Have you been able to do that? Have you consciously done that this week? Because this is a moment you just don't want any of it to pass you by, do you?
Yeah, well, I think obviously everyone's different and how they go about for big games, but I think the good thing about last weekend is we built really nicely towards the game, and individually we got ourselves ready. It wasn't a team thing where, let's go for this game now. We were all at the right point come game time. So if that's taking yourself away or if that's doing something else, I think everyone in the team at the moment knows what they need to do to get to that level, because we don't want to let anybody down. So we want to be ready come what may at game time.
Yeah, I'm probably a bit different to Manu. I like to just take every game like it is, which is a rugby game, and go out there and enjoy it. Obviously, it's a massive occasion, and we want to win. We have to win. But you know, I like to go out there and, you know, treat every game like it's your last game.
Okay, just time for a final question now. Just there. Just hold on 1 second.
デイリーさんに
Courtney, this one works.
Thank you.
デイリーさんとそれからじゃあコーチの2人に伺います。今度ファレル選手が12番に戻って、フォード選手が10番に入ります。これによってバックスの展開の仕方とか、どういうコミュニケーションを取るかということが変わると思うんですけども、それはどういうふうに意識されてますでしょうか。
Yeah, I think we've obviously played together a lot now. I think obviously changes from last game, but we 10, 12, 13 have played a lot together, and obviously Fordy and Faz have played a lot of rugby together as well. So yeah, I think they know each other better than anybody going into this test match, and you know what to expect from them. So it's probably us communicating with them to make sure we get the best out of them.
Yeah, what he said.
Okay, sorry for time. We have to call it quits there. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
I love the first one.